taking a little morning break, wanting to get more of my fall or late summer, early fall plantings out. And one of those things I want to get planted out in my Vago raised bed would be my turnips. I started them inside from seed because I don't know, I just find that starting as much plants from seed inside seems to do better for me than direct sowing seeds into the ground or into a raised bed or into a GreenStalk. I don't know what it is. It works great for other people, but that just, I don't know, it just does not seem to work for me. So I've got my turnips there. We're just gonna go and get them planted real quick. And I'm using a dibber to make my holes. I find that this works really well when I'm planting out things from the 6 cell pack. And I have 6, so I'm making 6 holes. And using the dibber makes it really easy. It rained, it stormed here actually, so I don't really need to water. These were pretty soaking wet, all ready to begin with. And I went ahead and added my fertilizer and mixed it all in before I made my holes with the dibber. And that is, you guessed it, my Trifecta Plus from My Gardener. And then I've been using this chicken fertilizer from Menards lately. Want to see how that pans out. And there we go. We've got 6 turnips in. I probably can squeeze another 2 to 3 in that area over there, but I did not bring any more over here with me. I will do that another day. Gonna do a little succession planting of squash and zucchini. We've got lemon squash from My Gardener. And then coming up, we'll have bossa nova zucchini. Both are really good. These do really well at the end of the summer. And we have more collard greens. Never can have too many of those. I really like the Morris Heading collard greens and the Top Bunch 2.0. And you'll have to forgive me for the voiceover. The little ones were with me, and the soundtrack that they created was out of this world. So, so I've had to do a voiceover because they were a little bit much. Okay, so now we're going to work on the strawberry runners. If you've been following me all season, you will know that I've had this ongoing project of rooting my June bearing strawberry plants. They were the jewel. I only had one that took. The others in the other pockets did not take and did not survive. So off of that one jewel strawberry plant that took, I've been taking the runners and rooting them in the empty pockets so that by the end of the season, all the pockets will have a jewel strawberry plant in them. So we're continuing with that and just pruning unnecessary or unneeded strawberry runners. And I had some leftover turnip plants, so I thought, why not see how they would fare in the GreenStalk? So those were some extra turnip plants that I had left over, so just pop them into an empty spot and see how they do. And you guessed it, more collard greens. So this day, I harvested so many collard greens, I was able to share them out with family and have plenty left over for my household. It was great, and it's nice to be able to grow your own groceries and also share. And moving over to the melon GreenStalk, you see we have our pumpkin, the baby bear pumpkin. It's been growing and doing well. We've also got the Minnesota midget cantaloupe, which was turned out to be very, very sweet. I did get another pumpkin, but as you could see, it had poor pollination, so that did not amount to anything. We have a few more of the cantaloupe. And down there, as you can see, we have the Tigger melons. Those were plentiful. But as you will see in future videos, I don't know that I'm a fan of the taste. But they did do very well in the GreenStalk. And the fall planting begins. So these are some brassicas that I had growing inside. I believe these are the red acre cabbages. I think I have about 3 of them. and we're all planted up there. So those are the three cabbages. This other brassica that's in front of that looks purplish, that was that blue, Alabama blue collard, which I've been excited to try. I do have some other cabbages planted out in front of that. And then you have the Brussels sprout, which is doing really well. My other massive, gigantic Brussels sprout. This Brussels sprout is so tall, it's actually curved over. It couldn't. It's not. It didn't grow straight up and down. Moving on to the indeterminate tomato area, or my trellis tomatoes that I grew in grow bags just to see how they would work in this area. This is kind of on the border of between me and my neighbors, and I didn't want to have a dedicated bed over here. This was just to see what, if anything, I could grow on, in that area. So I wanted to try the trellis tomatoes, and I'm glad I did. These were the Oxheart tomatoes, and they did so great. I'm going to grow them again next year. I highly recommend the Oxheart tomato. I got these seeds from Botanical Interest, and they were plentiful, and they are massive, and they're sweet. It's just a very good tomato to grow. So I highly encourage you to add that to your tomatoes growing season next year. And we have celery. I harvested a few ribs of celery. Well, thank you so much for joining me in the garden today. And do like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.